Hello, my dears, and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are doing well, and I am so happy and honored that you are spending your time with me. Before we meet our deck, I wanted to give you a backstory of why I'm putting out these videos. If you haven't watched a previous video of mine, I just wanted to explain why, because a lot of people like the why. So mine is due to having a incredibly amount of tarot decks. I have over 200 decks. That includes oracle, affirmations, pretty much across the spectrum for cartomancy. And so one day I was just looking at my decks and thinking I should really do something with them instead of letting them collect dust. So I had recalled many occasions that I would look for decks and go into a store that sold them, and I would get little to no information if they didn't have a display deck. So I basically was very frustrated, and I would look at a deck, look it over, turn it over, get some kind of information on it, but not a lot. Even though I liked it, I was really curious as what was in the guidebook, what all the cards look like. Same thing with online. Online, you do get people who are nice enough to put videos out, but they're short and they kind of go through the deck really fast, and you're like, wait, I want to see more of the cards. Or the guidebook, you don't know much information of what they have put in the guidebook. So my videos are birthed out of a frustration of wanting to find out more information on decks. So I figured, why not? Now, with that being said, we have the Practical Tarot Wisdom. And these are similar to the Rider-Waite tarot deck, which I have right here. And it's very similar to this deck, but I will show you why it's different. So this was created by Arwen, I'm sorry if I butcher your name, Arwen Lynch. And I couldn't find any more decks that she had created, so the one thing that I'm kind of disappointed is it only gives you the title of the deck on 3 of it doesn't do this side. So it would be nice if it was all 4, but you get what you get. And this is the back, and the back does give you a couple of cards, and this is pretty much a miniature version. Oh my goodness, my lips are so dry. A miniature version of the Rider-Waite deck, but this is more information than the Rider-Waite deck gives you, and we'll dive into it and I'll show you the difference. So the deck box, the measurements is 3 and 3.75 across, and the width is 1.5, and all of it, the box and the cards both weigh 6 pounds 5 ounces. And it retails for $19.99, and it is published by US Game Systems in 2018. There's no guidebook. There's an inside just a box, and the cards are glossy and they do shuffle rather well. I can get the box on. They do shuffle rather well. You know, they slide and they're pretty glossy. And the first card that you will get is the intro card, and it's just a basic intro card. It tells you just basically the information I gave you. And it's a nice touch. Some decks will give you that information, and it gives you a bonus of a past, present, future reading you could do, and it's really nice. It just gives you the intro, especially if you're a beginner and dipping your toes into tarot. This is one of the mostly done reading, is the past, present, future. And here it's nice because it gives you what you should do. It suggests how you should approach the draw, and then what the 3 cards will represent. And on the back, it just gives you a little description. It says that this deck is ideal for single card daily readings. Simply draw a card as you start your day or when you're facing a decision or an issue to be resolved. Yes, you can also use these for single readings, because as you will see, I'm going to show you the deck. And before I show you the deck, I wanted to give you the visual of how big they are, because they are a miniature version. And this is the original deck, this one right here. And the cards are 4.5 inches up and down and 2.75 inches across. And I am using this as a visual to give people a visual idea of how big the cards are, because I need visual aids because I'm special like that. But anyway, so this is one of the cards, and it is bigger sideways. It's a little bit bigger. Let me pull this over. Let me pull this over. Sorry. Okay, so it's bigger that way, and it is smaller that way. So as you can see, it is the smaller version. And so let's go through the deck. All right, so as you can see, the Fool is the beginning, and it gives you a lot of information. Don't let worry hold you back. It is time to take leap into the wild unknown. Let your innocence be your guide. You can dance off a cliff knowing that you will either bounce or fly. Either way, you've changed your luck, simply by taking a chance at something new. Now, these don't have any reversals. If you're familiar with reversals, sometimes the decks will give you reversals in the guidebook. And reversals are not always bad, but I'm not going to go into reading the deck, but I wanted to give you that aspect if you were wondering if there were any reversals meanings. So you can interpret the reversals with the Fool and just do the opposite of what it says on the definition. But moving on, here is the Magician. And I will try to leave it up there for you guys to read it so you can get an idea of what the deck is saying. And these are really great for beginners. I cannot stress this enough, because I know when you're beginning to dip your toes in tarot, it's so overwhelming, because a lot of people are like, you don't need the book, or do it intuitively. Study the card, study the pictures, and you're really not at a good stage to where you can see the symbolism, or you understand what the creator is trying to tell you with the deck. So these are a good foundational deck, I do believe, in my opinion, to help you kind of get an idea of the deck. And of course, this is for all, levels of readers. And you can use this as clarifier cards as well. Clarifier cards are ones you use when you have put out your cards and you're looking at it and going, well, I don't know what that means. What? And you're a little confused. So when you draw clarifiers, it helps you to understand what the main card is trying to tell you. And it lessens the confusion. You can also use these as you do your regular reading. You can always use these as like you would an oracle card. Because some people like to do a drawing, and then they like to include oracle cards in a spread to, enhance the reading or give them some extra. But these would be good in that situation as well. The cardstock on these cards is very well. I will show you that when I am done with the deck. Oh goodness. Trying to keep this to where you can see it and read it. See the picture. And that is the deck. The back of it has just your basic stars. And like I said, the cardstock, it's bendable. And shuffling is very easy because they're pretty glossy. So as you can see, they slide pretty good. And They are a little stiff. I try to shuffle them. But with a lot of decks, when you first start off with them, they are stiff. And the more that you use them, you will be able to loosen them, hopefully, but it is good cardstock. And I have come across some decks that the cardstock, the company should have been ashamed to even produce it or even put it out there, as it's awful cardstock. Some decks, not this one. This one is good. And I do have some social media links on Arwen, and I will put them in the description so you can check out her websites and whatever social places she haunts. And she does have a little extra, which I'm going to show you. It was a pleasant surprise. I'm just going to put the deck there to kind of... And when I went and signed up for her email list, she gives you a free gift, which is nice. And she will send you this PDF, Learning Intuitive Tarot. And it just gives you a little background on her and her socials as well, if you want to look her up. She does do personal meetings if you feel that you would like to do that, and contents. And she just basically goes through how to do readings, AM, PM readings, and just, you know, if you're new, it's a good beginner intro to it. She also kind of goes to intuitive reading and tells you to put the book down, look at the cards. That's totally up to your discretion if you want to try it that way. She also gives a spread, a journal spread for journaling, and just basically a nice little intro. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I just wanted to show you that if you sign up for her email, you will get this for free, which is, everybody loves freebies. And I just wanted to show you guys that. And so that is the Practical Tarot Wisdom. I do have my crow, deck that I would like to introduce you to, and MJ Cullinane. She is known for the Crow Tarot, and I picked up on her website. I was very happily surprised that she was doing a sale on the PDF version of her tarot spreads and journal book. And I like to get PDFs because, don't get me wrong, I like to collect the books, but I like to also get PDFs so that I can print things out over and over again, because once you use the book, that's pretty much it. You can white it out, but it looks horrible. So I snatched up the deal, and I got this lovely bag from a dear friend of mine, and I just wanted to show you. It's got bats and ravens and crows. Anyway, so So I wanted to do a message at the end of my videos and also introduce you to this deck one card at a time. So the back of the deck, it looks like a bunch of leaves, or maybe raven feathers, crow feathers, I don't know, but it's a very nice deck. All right, let's do a message and see what the cards have to tell us. I'm going to pick one card and then show you the page of part of the journal that allows you to do your journaling. All right, what message do we have for today? Judgment. All right, that is the Judgment card. And I am going to put it right there so you can peruse it and look it over. And let me put these back in here. All right. Judgment, judgment, judgment. All right, Judgment. And on the journal page, you get a full-length page, and it's got the same exact card, Judgment. What do you need to surrender to the past? Who do you need to forgive? And it gives you a full page to do journaling and put down any notes that you have. And I will probably be doing a future video on her deck, her crow deck, and also introduce you to the full book, because it's not fair for me to only show you a part of the book. But that is it for this video. And if you did enjoy this video and are interested in watching more of my videos to come, please like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so that you will be alerted when I put up future videos. And it does help me to grow my channel and hopefully reach my goal of helping people making choices on whether or not they want to buy the deck or not. I am not going to tell you ever not to buy a deck. That is a personal decision, and it is up to you because you are spending your hard-earned money, and I wouldn't want anybody to tell me to buy a deck or not. I just want to supply you with as much information as I can about a deck to make that decision for yourself. And thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me for another video in the future. Goodbye, my dears.